few days, man, and I have quite a few people out there that be watching, and they want to hear real content. So I was asked of me to, do more content. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do that. This video, I'm going to talk about Africa and how Africa will break you down. Africa will break you down for most of the people that's coming over. And I'm here in New Haven, Connecticut. I came back to the States. Every year I come back to the States, of course, because I have family and stuff here. So I come back here, network, politics, see my family, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous here in New Haven, Connecticut. New Haven, Connecticut is known as the Elm City because of the elm trees that you see that line the streets, up and down the streets. And Mass Quasi is on his way over here to the corner store. These are our little corner stores, or our little shops like they have like in Gambia and in Africa. But in any case, one would say, hey, why would you leave a place that's so developed like America to go to a place like Africa? And I would say because we have an opportunity to build. We have an opportunity to build there in ways that we can't build here. How you doing there, sir? Let me get a grape game. So we have opportunity to build here in ways that we can't build. Well, in Africa, we have ways that, we can build in ways that we can't build here. Y'all give me a second. Wait on something. Yeah. Anyone? No. Oh man, it's so beautiful to be able to, see my friends and my family that I've been away from. Sometimes I'm going 7 months, sometimes I'm going 8 months, but never too long, because I have to come and take care of my family, take care of my situations here. Because technology, the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to talk to you about how Africa, it will break you down. And I've been there, 8 years. I started going over there. I've been back and forth strong for about 5 years. In any case, one of the challenges, the video's not clear. It's a little. Okay, is the video? I owe you 50 cents to put it in there. How about now? Is the video clear now? I'm about to walk around. I know you guys can hear me, but even here the technology could be a little delayed, a little slow, but it's gonna kick in. I hope everybody can hear me. In any case, over the technology is much slower. In order to operate, you have to have 3 services. You have to have, at least 2 at the minimum to be able to, operate successfully there on the continent. And then sometimes even that, not really, but keep speaking. Even that, man. What's your phone number, sir? My number? Okay, 203 307 8570. It's getting weird in the state. I'm buying something for the store, and it's asking telephone number, something that I never seen before. They've been getting tight on and everything. So, yeah. You feel me?
No, I'm saying that might be connected to your car.
Yeah.
You use your card over there?
Yeah.
You do?
No. I'm not.
I'm just saying that was.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That's
Yeah. But it was something weird that came up there. Probably something. Yeah, but yeah. In any case, the technology over there will break you down. If you're trying to do business, you're definitely gonna have to have 2 internet connections so that when one go down, the other one's working. But over the past month, I've seen it, not over the past month, over the past 4 or 5 months, the technology over there has really took a deep decline to a point where you can't do business, you can't do anything. You just kind of, you're kind of stuck. And, it's been like that. I mean, it's been like that for the large part. If if I had to rate the technology over there as far as the internet and working and stuff, less than half the time is good to go. Less than half the time, and they're not giving you any break. If you got business internet, it's gonna cost you, $50. No, what we paying for that? $120. Then we got a router that we pay $70 for, and that's just the way it is. You're gonna pay for it, whether you like it or not. The solution for that is you have to have more than one internet, and they have it depends on you what country you're in. I'm speaking about Gambia, and I know it's difficult in other countries, and however, Gambia particularly. I think I'm gonna post up here right quick for a second. I think it's cool. This is my street I grew up on. I can remember we used to throw shoes up on the a big thing was throwing shoes and having your sneakers on the wires. That was back in the day. But in any case, not only will the technology break you down, our people will break you down. And when I say our people, I don't mean just, our people that's in Africa, our people that's from the diaspora as well. Poverty is a global a reality. And what you have a particular type of thinking when we're talking about poverty that's universal. Most of this poverty mindset comes from, Western thinking and how we think in the West, that has pervaded over into Africa as far as individualism, materialism. So those are some of the things, man, that, that I've seen there, and, and it caught me. I think I would say and that I've seen it, even though it's a better scenario in terms of, the culture and things like that. However, it still have some major issues there, major issues that you're going to have to deal with when you go over there. But every situation makes us wiser. In any case, when I did go to Africa, I was able to leverage my time there and was able to build several businesses. One was a multi-million-dollar business, a community. And anybody that's out there watching that was a part of our community, and you are still part of our community. We go through things sometime, and I think the hardest thing for us is to fight against the power that be. Public Enemy had the song "Fight the Power." So it's hard for us to fight the power when the people that's suppressing us look like us. And what I mean by that is that when I was, over there working, I was pretty much by myself working with a team of Gambians, anywhere from 10 to 20 Gambians. And at first, I taught them, technology. I taught them how to build websites, how to build database, organization. They already have the model of communal living, so that wasn't hard at all. So, most of my team, we lived in the house. We had one compound at first, and then we end up spreading out to 4 or 5 different properties with the help of our brothers and sisters that were in the States. Anybody that was a part of our project that we started off a few years ago, you guys, you must be applauded, because, you guys came and you answered the call. You answered the call to, empower each other. You saw and you heard something that, resonated with you. And a lot of times you don't hear that. You don't hear that. Most of the time you'll hear people talking about, just the sights of a particular country. This is me walking through the market. This is me at this particular shop. Things you shouldn't do, businesses that you can start, all of that YouTube content creation, anti-community, content. That's everywhere. You see that all the time. But seldom do you see people saying, hey, let's come together. Let's build an economic base. Let's build a community. Let's create housing. Let's create employment. Let's brothers and sisters from diaspora are coming over. You don't really see people talking about that much. Mostly they're talking about, like I said, just creating content. But we was able to do that. However, like I said, when we're dealing with our people, we're dealing with a deep, deep sickness. And it doesn't take a lot of people to destroy things for everybody. In this scenario, and in those type of cases, what I've seen be better is the people that are actually doing something, we have to really get behind those people and support them. We really have to get behind those people and support them. And I can't say that it didn't happen, because a lot of people did come out and a lot of people did support when we were fundraising and getting money, and building the vacation properties, and ultimately that was going to spin off into the real estate. This is my aunt house right here, and I tell people my story all the time, and I came up over here, but one of the tragedies here is, 3 of my cousins got shot right in that very doorway. And my aunt always kept a house full of people. Right here, 3 of my relatives actually got shot. The kid was standing right here, and there was some words that was exchanged. He started shooting, and bullets flying to the house. And my cousins were standing right at the doorway, and my little nephew and 2 of my cousins, they got shot. And I talk about that because that's what I've seen. That was my reality coming up. The shootings, the drugs, the killings, the incarcerations. Thank you. Incarcerations, alcoholism, deep, deep despair, man. Even today, it's the same despair, but it's more deadly these days, because you have so many people that's dying from fentanyl and drugs. Before, we used to have, they say, hey, this the guy's a base head. We used to call them the walking dead, right? They might be skinny, right? But they were still walking, and they were still living, and many people could recover from that era. But now, I've seen so many people just die because of fentanyl, and that's happening all over the country, on top of an already depleted population. 30 years ago, these streets would be bustling with people. There will be people everywhere, New Haven's finest. There will be people everywhere. But now, what little bit of people that are left, they're in the house and they're working jobs. The children are in the house, and there's nothing. There's nothing. There's really not a lot of hope. There's really not a lot of promise. But it's a beautiful city. It's definitely a beautiful city. So many of us, a lot of people have been looking to Africa for opportunities, and there's definitely opportunity there, but we have to be aware. We have to be aware of what we're getting into when we go into these places. I had a sister had posted, let me go around here. A sister posted, you got to be careful of who you going into, who you're accepting invitations for going over into Africa. Because a lot of people will say, hey, come to Africa, but they have nothing for you. They have nothing for you to do. They don't have any plans for any community, collective, endeavor. It's just them and them trying to make a dollar off of the people that's coming over there. So much so to the point, man, people will come over there and get into these markets, and they'll start trying to bring down other people who are in the market that are actually doing the work. And we've seen that. I did my last live that I did. I talked about, brother RJ, and he was up there, and the brother was really hurt, and he was really passionate about just what he's seen, man. Pre-COVID, everything was all good. Everything was all good. But once that floodgate opened and our people started coming into the country, and you had these people that were getting in a situation where they can be on YouTube, or and people were looking at them because of the proximity they were in with people who had earned their stripes, and who have built up their reputation to be someone to be looked at and duplicated. These people got around those people, and they said, hey, we're gonna take the spotlight. We're gonna take the spotlight, and then we're gonna dim the whole movement. We're gonna dim the whole movement with no type of decency, no type of integrity. I love trees, man. It's raining here, man. I'm out. This experience the rain. I've been working all day. That's what I do most of the time. I'm out working, making it happen. In any case, the only way that we're going to be successful in our repatriation journey is there's a couple types of people that'll be successful. People who have a steady income that's coming in, people who have, strong support from the West. But you still have to be careful. You still, even if you got strong support from the West and you're over there, you have to be careful with the people that you bring into your organization, because we've seen it. We've seen it, as RJ said on it. He was speaking to the brother up there. I'm not going to say any name, but he said, hey, they're going to come for you. Don't be naive. They're going to come for you because we're dealing with a sickness. And anytime we put ourselves out there in front of our people, they're going to come for you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, is this? Oh, okay. What did I do? I messed something up. Oh, okay. There you go. But anyway, yeah, it's in the poverty mindset. You have to, when you go in, you have to understand the culture. There was a couple people that came through our community, a couple sisters that passed away that I know of. I'm hearing there's 3. I'm hearing there's 3 or more sisters. But these sisters came over, Miss Beverly and Audrey. These sisters I know personally that I've talked to. Miss Beverly actually stayed and lived with me, and I saw them both invest a ton of money over there. And then within the space of just a couple years, they end up dying. You understand what I'm saying? And I've seen at least one of them get taken advantage of. I've seen many people get taken advantage of because they don't want to listen. Our people come over here. Mark Meets Africa. He was talking about a sister he brought over there and her not understanding how they rent out the homes and things like that. She just started going in on the property. Oh, he think I'm gonna pay this and things like that. So you have people that are coming over that don't really understand what they're getting into, and in the movement, like I said, it's really a youth movement. We want to be able to, those who are self-starters, those who are innovators, those who are, leaders. These are the only people that we need to come over, and to make way for the ones that's coming over that on fixed incomes, the ones that want to come over and retire, and those who want to see their income go further than it would go here. But all of the people that's coming over there, to like, I hate to say it, but like with a freaknik mentality, 40, 45 years old, 50 years old, coming over, getting involved with, the brothers over there, or getting involved with the sisters over there. And I really have to speak from the perspective of what I've seen. And I've seen, in my situation, I've seen sisters coming over that could have done a lot, but, they got this freaknik mentality. They want to get out here and they want to, just, get a different flavor, I guess. And and they could be doing a lot more. And then you have, like I said, you have people who are on YouTube and supposed to be Pan-Africanists, people who are supposed to be for, the black family and black unity and Pan-Africanists. Just look at what they're doing. We can't be deceived. Just look at what they're doing. Are they really doing the work of a Pan-Africanist? No. If you're sitting there saying, send me donations so I can build my house, send me donations so I can, you know, so I can keep bringing you content, you know, that's a they call that a charity case. So you're pretty much just taking care of somebody, and at the same time you're looking at this person as being a leader for you. Okay, but I'll tell you this: everybody can't go over there and get a YouTube, and everybody can't get donations and be that type of a leader if we choose to call those people leaders. Okay, I thought I left. Yeah, and there's, like I said, you know, when I went over there, I was naive. I was very naive. I was like, hey, I'm gonna come over here, and all the problems of the West is gonna disappear. All the problems of the West is gonna, you know, that's not gonna happen here. And then all the people that's gonna come over here from the West, they're gonna be in the same mindset. When we come over here, we're gonna be the ones that's gonna stick together. We're gonna be the ones that's gonna, you know, open up the door for the other ones that's gonna come behind us. But like I said, you know, the first people that came were just corrupt. The first people, and I don't care if it was somebody I just met or if it was somebody I knew for years. You know, I've seen it all, where they come and they, you know, they want what you have. You know, so that's what we're seeing. You know, they want, you know, they'll smile in your face the whole time they're trying to take your place. Backstabbers. You understand? That's what we have in our community. Straight up weirdo haters. And I remember Art Cathy used to say all the time, Kwesi, don't bring nobody around me. I'm straight. And this is even before the drama started. Because she said, I know our people. I know our people. I know our people. She used to say that all the time. But I used to be like, nah, man, no, we good. Everybody coming over here to build. It's not like that. I was the fool, but I'm wiser now. I was the fool, but I'm wiser now. The people, when you go into the countries, Africa has a big scam culture. Okay? That's the only way that they can make money for a large part. All right? So us going into these markets without a proper association, 99% of us gonna get scammed out of our money for land, housing, business opportunities, marriages, relationships. So you be careful and be wise. Be wise. Understand the culture. Understand the culture. Do your research. I would say try to get with some people that, you know, that's on the ground. But, you know, my whole plan is different now. I'm building technology that's going to do everything that you guys saw me doing. Now I'm going to have several apps and websites that's going to be able to facilitate that without me being on the front line, me embracing people, me bringing people into my home, only to have them try to destroy everything that I built because they don't have anything going for themselves. And Africa is I wouldn't say it's crazy because, you know, when somebody, you know, they are corrupt and they're a messed up person, they have a messed up mentality, and they weren't able to do anything here. They burnt all their bridges here. So they looking over to Africa, oh, let me go over here and fool these fools. You know what I mean? Because they don't know who I am and they thinking everything good. So let me go over there and act like, you know, I'm for the people. So I can go over there and I can freeload. So I can go over there and I can get charity. I can go over there, I can get donations. But do not be deceived. You know, those people don't care. But if you got a little bit of money and you got a little bit of a business about yourself and you're going over there to build, we really, really have to align ourselves with the right type of people and, you know, and keep our thing, you know, out of the public, especially YouTube. I mean, YouTube and this whole market that, you know, that that's surrounding these YouTube. They'll be like, okay, this is your YouTube channel, and these are the people that watch your channel watch these channels. So pretty much everybody in that particular group, because I'm not gonna say it's like everybody, because there's a lot of brothers out there and sisters out there that's doing business, that's really making an impact, that's really making a difference. But we can't be naive to think that, you know, this problem, this negative is not global and it's not going to affect the majority. When you're going into a situation where there's poverty, when you're going into a situation like that, you're dealing with a mindset. That's why we have to build communities. That's why it's important. And we have to focus on the youth, because the older ones are, you know, like they say, they're stuck in their ways. You know, you really have to humble yourself. You really have to humble yourself to be somebody that's conducive for a community experience. And the best thing to do is to integrate into families when you go there, because the family is already there. You know, and the family's not going to be perfect, because they got their little things going on. They got problems. They got the same type of problems in Africa that they do here in the States. But it's not as chronic as here, man. It's not as chronic. It's better to deal with the situations over there than it is to deal with them here. It's better, you know. I mean, I would say it's at least half. You know, you're gonna have half the stress, maybe even more than half. But you know, but I'll say half the stress, half the challenges, half the heartache, half of the self-hate that we see. At least we can go out in Africa every day and see people. Look, I get on the phone with my friends and family. They be like, where are the people at? We have a place here in New Haven called Welly Avenue. Every weekend, there used to be thousands of people there. Thousands. But that was the late 80s and the early 90s. After that, anytime we gathered up together, it's a shooting. So I wanted to jump on right quick, man, and just and chime in with you guys. If anybody have questions for me, you can hit me up, QuasyBoyd@yahoo.com. I'll give it to you freely. KWESIBOYD@yahoo.com. But what I'm looking for people that understand technology, and how impactful we can be, and what type of reach we can have with technology to help those who really want to come over and really get the information that they need to be successful in Africa. Mass Kwesi, Go Hard Africa. Peace.